In Group C, they lost to Solo FC yesterday.
Three, test, 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 1, 2.
So I may be on the mic a lot. All right, let's get ready for kickoff. A Group C battle. Speedy Turtles in the navy blue kits, heading towards the forums. Streetball Canada in the red kits, heading towards the stadium. Up 1-0 early.
adjusted headset. I'm not sure if I'm on or not. I'm plugged in, but I can't hear anything in my headset. And one of the is off.
17 minutes remaining in this first half. Speedy Turtles took a quick lead. Hence their name. They are up 1-0. Just over the bar. We have 14 and a half minutes left in this first half of play. Speedy Turtles are up 1-0 over Streetball Canada. Just a reminder, here at TST, every game ends in a goal.
We got a great battle on the field.
kick coming up. Welcoming the field number 4. About 11 minutes left in this first half. Streetball Canada in the red kit. Speedy Turtles in the Navy kits. They're up 1-0 right now. Streetball Canada with a free kick heading in.
In Streetball Canada FC and Speedy Turtles. Day 3 of TST and day 2 of the women's tournament. Group play continues after round 1 yesterday. Each of these teams guaranteed 3 group games before the field of 16 is whittled down to the quarterfinal. Streetball Canada and Speedy Turtles out of Group C. Streetball Canada won its TST opener yesterday over Albion SC. 3-2 on a comeback in target score time. Streetball FC trailed 2-1 at the end of regulation. They trail 2-0 now on a goal by Sarah Martin of the Speedy Turtles.
Number 6, Sarah Martin with the blast.
Sarah Martin follows up a goal earlier in the first by Olivia Taylor. And a good bounce-back game for the Speedy Turtles, who come into Day 2 of TST 0-1 in group play. They were shut out by Solo FC, the TST team put together by former U.S. women's national team goalkeeper Hope Solo. This is the TST debut, the first TST for Speedy Turtles. They're looking for their first win in this tournament to keep their chances alive of advancing to the knockout round. Streetball FC Canada was in the field last year. It was just an 8-team field last year in the inaugural women's tournament of TST. The field is expanded to 16 this year. Monigo Carnley on the ball for Speedy Turtles, and a blast high and over the goal. You are watching action from Field 4. Day 3 of TST, jam-packed action from morning until night. A corner kick here for the Turtles, and it's sent up to Alyssa Beck. Played across and through the box, and Streetball FC Canada in the red kits, Speedy Turtles in the blue. Avery Thomas on the back line right now for Streetball Canada FC, and that's Allie Schultze buzzing around for the Speedy Turtles. in a bid for a takeaway. A burst right there from Emma Yee. Yee into the box. Yee scores. A solo mission for Emma Yee. She took that one nearly half the field.
Excellent goal.
And Streetball FC Canada right back in this thing. It is now 2-1. What a play by Yee, who is going into her sophomore season at the University of Illinois. And this, of course, a Canadian roster representing Streetball Canada FC. Players from all over Canada, but if you could point to a home base, hold that thought. Big save made right there by Kylie Hall, the goalkeeper for Speedy Turtles. Anna Hauer had the chance there for Streetball Canada FC. We remain with a 2-1 score. Streetball FC Canada originates out of Vancouver, but again, players from across Canada on the roster. Taking the national ties out of the equation, the DNA of both of these rosters fairly similar. A lot of current and recent NCAA college players on both rosters. Speedy Turtles, a team based out of Atlanta. So a lot of players with ties to the American South. Speedy Turtles navigate through the pressure and played down onto the wing. Amy Neal sends it through the box. Rolling substitutions permitted. You can substitute on the fly in TST matches. 7-on-7. Short field, 195 feet. Shot from distance, spit back out, and it stays with Speedy Turtles. On the ball, Caleb Brewster. Streetball FC Canada in control. 2 goals for Speedy Turtles to start the match. Streetball FC Canada getting on the board moments ago to make it 2-1. We've got less than 4 minutes to go in the first half of 2 20-minute halves.
In this first half, Speedy Turtles are up 2-1 on Streetball Canada.
Ella Sunday tracks it down but out of bounds. Speedy Turtles with possession again. Brewster rolls it back to the keeper, Taylor. So the goals for Speedy Turtles in the first half of this game, their first in TST club history. Historic moment for Speedy Turtles. But here's a chance for Noelle Sather, and the shot blocked. Backed up on the play by Sunday. Rolled into the box. And the cross goes behind the net.
Remaining in the first half. Speedy Turtles in the navy blue. They're up 2-1 against Streetball Canada in the red kits.
Favorable position for Streetball FC Canada here after the ball out of bounds. Pass blocked. Good defense there by Speedy Turtles. Ricochet ball out of bounds. Streetball FC Canada with it. Taya Dennehy plays it in. A lot of the players on the roster for Streetball FC Canada with experience either currently or very recently on the Canadian U20 national team. Dennehy with a shot from distance, and Kylie Hall ready for it. A decent number of these players for Streetball FC Canada played at the U20 World Cup still less than a year ago in Colombia in the summer. Latest try there
Goal kick.
from Jada Thompson.
10.5 left in this first half.
Sets up the Speedy Turtles goal kick
Speedy
as we
Turtles
work our way
come out
into
with
the
a
final
goal.
stages of the first half.
2-1.
Anaya Johnson with the re-entry. Sent over to Zoe Marcassini, who's one of the players with U20 national experience for Canada. Marcassini, number 5, has it again on the back line for Streetball FC Canada. Jenna Baxter, the team captain, leads Anna Hauer down onto the wing. Hauer guarded by Meg Morris, who had an assist on Speedy Turtles' first goal of the game. Loose in the Speedy Turtles' end. It's played to Rachel Jones. Loose, and Baxter saved it, but Morris stops it for the Turtles. Pass intercepted by Anaya Johnson. After the shot blocked, it comes down to Morris. Played out of bounds. Final seconds here of half number 1, and still a chance for Streetball FC Canada to tie this game in the first half, but the ball into the box a little bit strong. No throw-ins in TST matches. Every re-entry comes by way of an indirect free kick. No offside either. You don't have to worry about that in these TST 7-on-7 matches.
We have a good one here.
With that, we've reached the end of the first half.
Turtles.
Both sides finding the back of the net. It's Speedy Turtles 2, Streetball FC Canada 1. 20 minutes down, 20 minutes to go, and then we will play to a target score. More on that as we get closer to the end of the second half. Again, at halftime, in this women's Group C Round 2 showdown, Speedy Turtles lead Streetball Canada 2-1. We'll be back in under 5 minutes for the start of the second half. We are moments away from the start of the second half in this women's group stage showdown at TST 2025. Streetball FC Canada in the red trails Speedy Turtles in the blue by a 2-1 score. Speedy Turtles opened the game with the first 2 goals. Streetball FC Canada got on the board later in the first half. 6 shots on goal for Speedy Turtles in the first half. This coming off their TST opener yesterday against Hope Solo's team, and they were dominated 4-0. So a much more impressive showing for Speedy Turtles through one half, but trying to seal the deal now against Streetball FC Canada, a side that won yesterday in its first game of TST 2025. Streetball FC Canada returning to TST after losing in the semifinal last year to the North Carolina Courage. But in 4 games at TST last year, Streetball FC Canada only allowed 2 goals. They've given up 2 already through one half. Streetball FC Canada working left to right as you see it. Played through the box and no one able to get on it. Bailey Dorkson with it now. Dorkson, one of the returners for Streetball FC Canada. Played on the team last year as well. Stays with Streetball FC Canada. Our referee in this match, Lauren Aldrich. Mo Kalia is the bench referee. Streetball FC Canada with a goal by Emma Yee in the first half. She's number 17 on the pitch right now in the penalty box. Free kick blocked effectively by Speedy Turtles. Marcassini rolls it back to Anaya Johnson. Here's Dorkson again. And the ball taken right away, right off the foot of Dorkson. Amy Neal down the sideline and cut down. Good pursuit by the defense of Streetball FC Canada to shut down that run. Downfield by Amy Neal. Taya Dennehy with it. Dennehy for Marcassini. A lot of current and former college players on the field for both teams. Streetball FC Canada with the free kick here, represented with a lot of University of British Columbia Thunderbirds. Really good team in Canadian collegiate soccer. They've won the last 2 national championships. Off the ricochet, Holly Whelan will re-enter for Streetball FC Canada. Played down the touchline. It stays in play and eventually ruled out of play. Last touch by Anna Hauer and Streetball FC Canada. Some pressure here for Streetball FC Canada, and they help take the ball back. Here is Hauer. Played in for Noelle Sather. Sather almost got a cross off to Hauer, but ball was out of bounds. Sets up the goal kick for Speedy Turtles. After the fast start for Speedy Turtles, you can sense a momentum shift in favor of Streetball FC Canada. They haven't tied this game yet, but they have been on the front foot here in the second half. This is Sather, played out to Whelan. Whelan's got some room. Whelan shoots high. As the sun makes an appearance here for the first time in a while at WakeMed Soccer Park. It rained all day yesterday as the women's tournament got underway. Sun came up on day 3 of TST, but it was still behind the clouds when the day began. Working our way through women's group play. Round 2 of group play. These 2 teams representing Group C. Into the box, a shot a little bit wide. Speedy Turtles want a corner, and they get one. The shot by Amy Neal, who played college soccer at the University of Tennessee for 3 seasons and then ended her college career at Washington State. She takes the corner. Line drive through the box. Streetball Canada takes over. That was not only the best chance of the half for Speedy Turtles, it was their best chance in a while after jumping out to that early 2-goal lead. Marcassini into the box, and Jada Thompson was covered well on the play. Long pass up ahead to Carnley, or in her direction anyway. Carnley, number 20 in blue, still buzzing around back there. And the clear. Halves are 20 minutes long. We're over 5 minutes into the second half. Katya Gokman rolls it back to the keeper, Justine Thompson. It was a keeper change for Speedy Turtles after Kylie Hall started the game. Streetball Canada right back on the attack. Good header that time from Gokman. Turtles will once again try and build out of their own end, but it's been easier said than done in the second half. After Caroline Chipman returns it to the keeper, ball played up to midfield, and Streetball Canada takes it right back. Ball out of bounds, last touched by Sunday of Streetball Canada. Here's Erin O'Hearn. Played back to Amy Neal, and now Carnley with it. Chipman collided with the stick there. Chipman plays it back in. Jenny Chu rolled down. This is Martin. Clean play. No call. Numbers for Yee and Streetball Canada. Yee plays it nearly into the box for Hannah Baines. Marcassini jumps into the play. Marcassini, a shot. She scores! A snipe from outside the box for Zoe Marcassini. And Streetball FC Canada has rallied to tie 2-2. Marcassini, a valuable part of the defense for Streetball FC Canada, but what a leg. The native of Markham, Ontario, going into her junior season at Princeton later this summer. There's a takeaway by Baxter. Speedy Turtles reeling a little bit. This is Sunday. Out of bounds, it stays with the team in red. Baxter. Dorkson played up the touchline. And a great play by Speedy Turtles to win the ball back. All tied up at 2. Not yet halfway through the second half. Swung over to Hannah Reich. And the ball taken by Dorkson. Still in the attacking end for Speedy Turtles. Reich off her head. Back to the top of the box. Marcassini whistled for the foul against Speedy Turtles, that is. To midfield. Momentarily taken by Speedy Turtles. They wanted a foul, didn't get it. Marcassini across the pitch. Stephanie Young plays it back to Dennehy. Taya Dennehy flicks the foot. She was looking for Sather, but Speedy Turtles come the other way. Schultze dropped off for Reich and deflected out of bounds by Marcassini. That sets up a corner for Speedy Turtles.
Less than 11 minutes remaining in the second half. We have a tie ball game.
Reich will take it. Played college soccer at Ohio Northern and plays it up to Ashley Anderson. And the Turtles will reset. Reich back to work, but Dennehy takes the ball away. Dennehy eyes up the pitch. Tries to shake Schultze and finds Marcassini with it. Ahead to Anaya Johnson. Johnson with a burst, but the ball swept back the other way by Ashley Anderson of Speedy Turtles. Two goals in the first half for Speedy Turtles. Streetball FC Canada with 2 unanswered goals to tie the game. Rolling ball. Alyssa Beck watches it go out of bounds to help secure possession for Speedy Turtles.
Just over 9 minutes remaining in the second half.
Midfield.
Score is currently 2-2.
Stephanie Young had it for a moment. Johnson gets a toe on it. But Larissa Fagundes comes up with it and plays that one just a little bit wide. Faith Fenwick had to play it. Close play for Speedy Turtles. Jada Thompson plays it back in. Loose ball out of bounds. It stays with Streetball FC Canada. Women's field has doubled in size from last year. 8 teams in the TST women's bracket last year, 16 this year, thanks in large part to our friends at RBC Wealth Management. Now a chance for the Turtles. Long shot fired by Amy Neal. Fenwick ready for it. Still plenty of time in half number 2, but again, even if one team takes the lead here before the end of regulation, we play to a target score in these TST matches. Target score equivalent to the leading team score at the end of regulation plus 1 goal. So you play to that goal count, and whoever hits it first wins. Here's Yee, dangerous player, fighting for possession, twirling into the box. And kicked out by Beck, but out of bounds. Played past Baxter. Justine Thompson with it now. Some substitutions rolling in for Speedy Turtles. Kayla Brewster plays it across the pitch. Fagundes with a quick touch for Beck. Out of bounds. Streetball takes it back. Whalen slips it through to the captain, Jenna Baxter. Midfielder, native of Surrey, British Columbia. Takeaway now, Sophia Barata with it. It was Meg Morris who made the initial takeaway in the defensive end for Speedy Turtles. Morris has it now. Played across the pitch, and Brewster is on the scene. Down onto the wing, Neal got tied up by Sather. Speedy Turtles still with it. Brewster has to retreat into her own end to play it. Morris ahead. Morris lofts the ball down to the right wing. Olivia Taylor, who scored the opening goal for Speedy Turtles, shot blocked at the top of the box. And it skips on down to Thompson. Brewster ahead, looking for Rachel Jones.
Welcome 4. We have a good one here. It's 2-2. Speedy Turtles.
Fagundes played to Carnley. Monigo Carnley. Fagundes. She scores! An answer for Speedy Turtles. They take the lead back. It is 3-2. Great work in the box by the tandem of Monigo Carnley, number 20, and Larissa Fagundes, number 22. Fagundes, the native of Brazil, played a couple seasons of community college soccer and then transferred to Texas A&M Corpus Christi. He plays pro in Costa Rica. But the go-ahead goal with less than 5 minutes to go in the second half.
Nice tackle there.
Streetball FC Canada has not led in this match. They've come back once. Can they do it again? A free kick here for Streetball FC Canada. That's a good start anyway. Anna Hauer will take it, number 13 in red. Speedy Turtles in their first TST, looking for their first win at the soccer tournament. Carnley, her clear blocked. Thompson played it into the box. Now a chance at a goal. Stephanie Young ties it up.
Ball bouncing around, and Stephanie Young, the number 21, able to score it.
Wow, so this game getting a little crazy here late in the second half. It is now 3-3. Ball got a little greasy in the box there, and Young was ready for it. Now Baxter with the takeaway at midfield. Numbers for Canada. What a save by Justine Thompson. And the chance for Dorkson. Thompson maybe with her biggest save of the match.
Number 4.
Coming back to Streetball FC Canada.
3 minutes remaining. We have a tie ball game. It's 3-3.
Teams exchanging goals here in the later stages of the second half. Carnley dancing with it. Rachel Jones has it intercepted. Played back in by Ella Sundy. Over to the keeper, Fenwick. Yee slips to the middle. Guarded by Brewster. Played to Baxter. And a collision with Olivia Taylor of Speedy Turtles will keep it with Streetball FC Canada. Not quite a corner. Johnson touched by Yee. It comes to Jones. Carnley for Speedy Turtles. Played back to Rachel Jones. Here's Carnley working outside the box. Across, back door. And Olivia Taylor just couldn't quite square up a bouncing ball. Tough to hit, but it was there. And we're still tied at 3. Taylor unable to win the ball. Yee starts across midfield. Yee with numbers. Loose ball just outside the box. Thompson puts it in the air. Looking for Dorkson, and it rolls to the keeper. About a minute left in half number 2. Oh no, nearly a disaster as Stephanie Young almost scored her second consecutive goal to give Streetball FC Canada the lead. Speedy Turtles avoid the scare. Streetball Canada has regained momentum after the game-tying goal by Stephanie Young not long ago. Here's Chipman for Speedy Turtles. Beck Aaron O'Hearn. Here's Chipman, and she rolls it back to the point. Into the box. Misplayed by Fenwick. Speedy Turtles with a second opportunity for a moment, but eventually we run out of time. So we are tied 3-3 through regulation. That means the target score is 4. First of 4 wins. We will take a short break and be back for target score time to determine the winner of this women's group stage match between Streetball FC Canada and Speedy Turtles. Stick with us. Well, as we mentioned, just as the second half came to a close, it is target score time to determine the winner of this TST women's match. This is how every TST match, men's and women's, ends. We set a target score at the end of the second half, equivalent to the leading team score +1. First to that target score wins. It's pretty simple, but the one thing to keep an eye on, every 3 minutes, both teams are required to subtract a player from the pitch. So we'll start at 7-on-7. That's what we've been at through regulation. If we go 3 minutes without the target score being reached, in this case without a goal being scored at all, we will go down to 6-on-6 and so on every 3 minutes. Speedy Turtles from the kickoff lob it in, but ball quickly played by Streetball FC Canada. Hauer had it for a moment. Now Sunday rolls it to Marcassini, really talented defender for Streetball FC Canada, who had one of Streetball Canada's game-tying goals in this match. Streetball FC Canada has rallied from 2-0 and 3-2 deficits. Have not led in this match so far. If they lead at any point from here on out, it will be the end of the game. That ball was out of bounds, to the chagrin of Speedy Turtles, and it gives the ball back to Streetball Canada. Up to Emma Yee, and deflected out of bounds by Caroline Chipman, the former Georgia Bulldog. A lot of these Speedy Turtles players with ties to the South and Atlanta specifically. Marcassini plays it in. Players on the Streetball FC Canada roster from across the country, but a lot of players from Vancouver especially and the University of British Columbia. into the box, and a great save made by Fenwick on a strike from Rachel Jones. That had some mustard on it. Chipman raises her hand, rolls it down to Amy Neal. Chipman now blocked at point-blank range by Hauer. Some help from Taya Dennehy as well. Here's Canada up the pitch. Yee. Dennehy, up drive and just wide. That was close. Kylie Hall is back in goal for Speedy Turtles. They have alternated goalies by half, essentially. Kylie Hall played the first half of this match, and then Justine Thompson played the second half. Hall back in there now for Speedy Turtles. Here's Whalen dancing with the rock for Team Canada. Now Johnson down onto the wing. Dorkson back to Johnson. Taylor is tripped. Johnson into the box. Stopped by the foot of Katya Gokman and then covered up by Hall. Next goal wins. It's that simple.
Gotta push it up the field.
3 up and 3 down. Aaron O'Hearn redirects that one out of bounds. And we have played 3 minutes of target score time, so that means a player heads off for each team, and we go down to 6-on-6.
Field number 4 right now. Crucial Group C matchup. Next goal.
Big game for either team's chances to move on to the knockout round. Both these teams will get another group stage game after this. But if you're Speedy Turtles, you don't want to drop to 0-2. Streetball FC Canada looking to move to 2-0 to all but guarantee themselves a spot in the knockout round. There was a foul called on Streetball Canada. Kayla Brewster with the pass over to Chipman. Chipman got her bachelor's and her master's in accounting at Georgia. Carnley just pulls the ball inside. Tried to go short side on Fenwick. Dennehy played back to Fenwick. Chipman backs it up. O'Hearn. Dennehy takes the ball for Streetball Canada. Chipman in a foot race with Jada Thompson. Brewster looking for Carnley. Backed up by Sunday for Streetball Canada. She plays it out of bounds. Ball on the attacking end for Speedy Turtles. Sarah Martin with the re-entry. Rolled to Chipman. And down to O'Hearn. O'Hearn with a step. But Hauer closes and the ball deflected out of bounds. It's not a corner, but down the goal line for Carnley. Played into the box, close for Sarah Martin. It's backed up by Brewster. And a long drive from Brewster is gloved by Fenwick. Hauer eyes up field. Hauer with a nifty ball to Anaya Johnson. Back to Hauer. Chipman with the stop and the clear by Brewster. Streetball Canada still in possession for a moment, but Brewster on the interception following the pass from Claire Logan. Speedy Turtles looking for something down the pitch, but a foul called on the Speedy Turtles. Reverses possession back to Streetball Canada. Sophia Ferreira on the pitch as this game now works longer and longer past 40 minutes into target score time. Seeing more bench players checking into the game at this crucial moment. Brewster got a handful of Jada Thompson's jersey.
Good call there. We're in goal to goal. Next goal wins.
Emma Yee looked like she was going to take the free kick on the restart, but we've hit another 3-minute increment, and we go now down to 5-on-5. Field starting to open up a little bit. Almost a full line change for both teams here to start now 5-on-5. Thompson just outside the 36. Taken away by Rachel Jones. Jones pushed wide by Sunday. Gokman into the attacking end. Thompson in pursuit. Gokman plays it out of bounds. Street ball, possession. Here's Emma Yee. Yee with a burst. Yee! She's in the box. And a great play by Kylie Hall. She knew she had to challenge Yee. She makes the stop. And now the pass ahead to Amy Neal. Neal a drive and a big save by Fenwick. Teams trading chances here. Sets up a corner for Speedy Turtles. Olivia Taylor, beg your pardon, will take it. Taylor, the native of Leeds, England. She has worked as a coach at the Man United and Man City academies. Taylor with it now. After the deflection, spinning ball played by Taylor all the way to the keeper, Kylie Hall. Hall shoots. Pushed over the crossbar by Fenwick. Neal from the stick. No one there. This is Marcassini. Hauer for Jada Thompson. Rachel Jones in coverage. Olivia Taylor tried to start a leak out, but Thompson had the angle ahead of Neal for Speedy Turtles. Taylor with the interception. And that's the goalkeeper, Fenwick, out to challenge Taylor at midfield. And a card has been thrown up. That's the first yellow card of the match. Slide tackling not allowed in TST matches, let alone from the goalkeeper. I guess the silver lining for Fenwick is it came near midfield, so not a terribly dangerous free kick for Speedy Turtles. Hall plays it to Carnley. Jones. Marcassini shadows her. Jones on the left foot. Saves the possession, and a foul called on Marcassini of Streetball Canada. Another 3 minutes has passed, and we are down to 4-on-4. And sometimes you will see teams in this target score time essentially idle on the ball, waiting for these 3-minute intervals to pass to get down to a lower player total. That has not been the case here. Credit both of these sides, Speedy Turtles and Streetball FC Canada. They have played this one hard. No matter how many players have been on the field in target score time, there has been no passive play since regulation ended, or even during regulation for that matter. Sarah Martin gets us going again. Martin blocked by Marcassini, top of the box. Martin with it back. Blocked again, that time by Anaya Johnson. Chipman re-tees Martin. Martin, fancy footwork, but Yee clears it. Martin was tripped, but she was not in possession. Now, Speedy Turtles have pulled their goalie. They still have a de facto goalie, the player wearing the orange penny right now. But Kylie Hall not on the pitch at the moment. It's all designed to set up a numbers game. You'll see teams do this with the rolling substitutions. You can bring your goalkeeper in and out on the fly at your discretion. Streetball FC Canada has its keeper still on the pitch, Fenwick. Fenwick has it now. Over to Sunday. Yee. Pass was a little too far out in front. Chipman. That ball's out of bounds. And Chipman being admonished by referee Lauren Aldrich for continuing play a little too long, trying to sell that the ball never went out of bounds, but no one was fooled. Anaya Johnson played back in. Ella Sunday played for Streetball FC last year. On the pitch here in 4-on-4. Next goal wins 3-3, the score right now. This is Yee. Yee with a goal already in the game. Yee slips to the top of the box. This is Johnson. She's tripped. She's tripped in the box.
Streetball Canada with a chance to win it. Oh, in between the pipes right now.
So a penalty kick here for Ella Sunday.
Steps up. Could be the biggest kick of her life.
Ella Sunday, product out of the University of British Columbia. For the win. Goal! Sunday wins it for Streetball FC Canada. 4-3 in target score time.
She scores a brace.
A comeback for Streetball FC Canada. They improved to 2-0 in group play. And the Golden Fleece for Ella Sunday. She scores the game-winning goal and now receives lifetime free admission into the TST field. Well, Streetball FC Canada on a quest to get to the championship game after losing in the semifinal last year, and they are well on their way, winning their first 2 matches of group play, and they know a little bit about the grit that they have on this team, a scrappy, come-from-behind effort for Streetball FC Canada. Only time in the match they led was after Sunday put in the game winner in target score time. Again, 4-3 the final score. What a fun way to start the day on Field 4. Much more TST action throughout the day. So keep it right here on ESPN Plus or YouTube and the TST 7v7 website, tst7v7.com. Thanks again for watching your final score. Streetball FC Canada 4, Speedy Turtles 3. Enjoy the rest of the soccer tournament.